From the sweeping savannas of the Serengeti to the dense jungles of the Congo, Africa is home to some of the most magnificent creatures on Earth yet. Many of these species face the looming threat of extinction. The reasons: poaching, habitat destruction, climate change, and human-wildlife conflict. Today, we take a deep dive into the plight of Africa's endangered animals, their significance to our world, and what we can do to protect them. This is Vanishing Giants, the endangered animals of Africa. The extinction of a species is irreversible. It disrupts ecosystems, affects biodiversity, and leaves an unfillable void in our planet's natural balance. But while the future may seem bleak, conservation efforts offer hope. Through education, stricter laws, and collective action, we can help turn the tide. The African elephant, the largest land mammal on Earth, roams the grasslands and forests of the continent. These majestic creatures, known for their intelligence and strong family bonds, are now critically endangered due to relentless poaching and habitat loss. Every year, tens of thousands of elephants are slaughtered for their ivory, fueling the illegal wildlife trade. Human expansion has further fragmented their habitats, forcing them into smaller, unprotected areas where they face increased conflict with humans. Elephants are keystone species. They shape their environment in ways that benefit countless other animals. They create water in holes, disperse seeds, and maintain the delicate balance of Africa's ecosystems. Their loss would not just be tragic, it would have far-reaching ecological consequences. Conservation efforts, such as anti-poaching patrols and habitat restoration, are being implemented to save these gentle giants. But without global cooperation, their future remains uncertain. Countries like Kenya and Botswana have taken strict measures, including banning ivory trade and increasing ranger patrols. However, the fight is ongoing. Once roaming Africa in vast numbers, the black rhino has faced near extinction. Today, fewer than 6,000 remain, their greatest threat. Poaching for their horns, which are highly valued in illegal markets. The demand for rhino horn, driven by myths of its medicinal value, continues to fuel the crisis. Rhinos play an essential role in their habitats. As herbivores, they help maintain the balance of vegetation, which in turn supports numerous other species. Their decline not only affects their own survival, but also disrupts entire ecosystems. Despite efforts to combat poaching through increased security and relocation to protected reserves, black rhinos remain critically endangered. Conservationists and rangers work tirelessly to monitor and protect these animals, but the fight against illegal wildlife trade continues. One beacon of hope is rhino conservation breeding programs. By relocating rhinos to safe zones and introducing strict anti-poaching measures, we may still have a chance to increase their population. Countries like South Africa and Namibia are leading the way, but poaching remains a dire challenge. Deep within the misty mountains of Central Africa, the elusive mountain gorilla clings to survival. With fewer than 1,100 individuals remaining, these primates are among the most endangered great apes in the world. Illegal hunting, deforestation, and disease have ravaged their populations. Human encroachment has also led to conflicts, further endangering their numbers. Civil unrest in some regions, such as the Democratic Republic of Congo, has further complicated conservation efforts. Yet, conservation efforts have shown success. Organizations working with local communities and ecotourism initiatives have helped stabilize their population. The mountain gorilla stands as a beacon of hope in the conservation world, but the battle is far from over. If we continue supporting programs like the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund, we might just save them. Among Africa's most endangered carnivores, the African wild dog, also known as the painted wolf, is often overlooked. With fewer than 7,000 left in the wild, these social predators face extinction due to habitat fragmentation, disease, and human conflict. Unlike lions and hyenas, wild dogs are not widely protected, and their packs are often targeted by farmers trying to protect livestock. The spread of diseases like rabies from domestic animals has further decimated their numbers. Wild dogs play a crucial role in maintaining healthy prey populations. As efficient hunters, they prevent overgrazing and ensure the natural balance of ecosystems. Conservation groups are working to educate communities and establish protected corridors for these vital predators. The survival of the African wild dog is a test of our ability to coexist with wildlife. The pangolin, a small, armored mammal, might not have the fame of Africa's big cats or elephants, but it holds the unfortunate title of being the most trafficked mammal on Earth, hunted for their scales and meat. Pangolins have been pushed to the edge of extinction. Their population has plummeted due to demand in traditional medicine, despite scientific evidence debunking any health benefits. Conservationists are racing against time to protect these creatures. Anti-poaching initiatives and rehabilitation centers are working to rescue and protect pangolins, but unless demand is eradicated, this species may vanish before many even learn of its existence. High in the Ethiopian mountains, a rare predator roams Africa's most endangered carnivore, the Ethiopian wolf. With fewer than 500 left in the wild, this elegant, fox-like species faces multiple threats, from habitat loss to disease. To save the Ethiopian wolf, efforts must focus on vaccination programs, habitat protection, and sustainable land use policies that benefit both humans and wildlife. Poaching is not just a threat to wildlife, it's a deep wound to Africa's ecosystem. Every illegal act of hunting disrupts the natural balance that has taken centuries to form. These crimes strip the land of its biodiversity, weaken the resilience of ecosystems, and trigger a chain reaction that affects everything from plant growth to water cycles. As key species disappear, the harmony of nature begins to collapse. The delicate relationships that sustain life between predators and prey, pollinators and plants, grazers and grasslands begin to break down. This leads to a gradual but devastating degradation of the environment, making it less capable of supporting life, including human life. Beyond the environmental cost, poaching fuels corruption, destabilizes communities, and undercuts local economies that depend on nature for tourism, farming, and cultural identity. It steals from future generations and diminishes a shared heritage that is priceless. Protecting wildlife is not just about conservation, it's about preserving the very systems that sustain Africa's health, prosperity, and identity. The fight against poaching is a fight for the future of the continent.